a tough industry to potentially get into, but because of schools like Conestoga being able to have access to equipment, computers, all these things that I couldn't normally afford, was a big advantage to get some of that experience and be able to utilize those resources to work on my skill set. My name is Braden Wagner. I am a co-owner and executive producer at Current Media, a local production company here in Waterloo region. I went to school for production at Conestoga, their television broadcast program, spent some time working in the startup space and with a few different production companies before starting my own. As someone who came from a town and a situation where I didn't have much access to technology or money for that matter, as well as it wasn't a place where a lot of this kind of stuff happened, coming to Kitchener-Waterloo region, going to Conestoga, was a good opportunity to get my hands on with a lot of this technology and meet people in this space and utilize that as a way to kind of forge a path into this industry. So my main inspiration is really something that I've held to this day in how I make content and why I make content, which is when I was a young kid, watching movies, watching TV, even playing video games, and feeling the emotion that these stories would give me. Even though I was self-aware enough to know, this is acting, this isn't real people, these aren't really situations. Sometimes they're based on true stories, but even though I knew that what I was watching was film, it was media, it instilled such a strong emotional response in me, and I saw how it affected other people on an emotional level that I thought, this is something I'd love to do. The other, I think, really important thing about potentially any industry, but this industry specifically, is recognizing that sometimes the path to where you want to be isn't always a straight line. I always wanted to be a director. I always wanted to write and produce and help, build out projects and manage projects and stuff. I knew that from the beginning, but the chances that I was just going to get an opportunity like that out the gate were slim to none. So starting at a place where I, did whatever I had to do, whether it was shooting, editing, running audio, running cables, taping stuff, getting someone coffee on a shoot, like whatever I had to do to make an impression so that I got the opportunity to show them a bit more about myself, a bit more of my skill set, and improve it, it all adds up. And at some point, there will be a time where those people that you've done all this for, you've worked with, you've shown how much of a hard worker you can be, there will be a time where they will ask you, what else can you do? And that's when you'll hopefully get an opportunity to go more towards exactly where you want to be. What kind of sets us apart? Here at Current Media, we built a very small team of really great people. We were very picky when it came to bringing on new people, whether that be contractors or actual employees, to not only better help our team work together and work towards bringing in more clients, more projects, but also because from that aspiration comes so many other wants and dreams. So we thought, what better way to start than get a space that's conducive to that type of work and making progress. And while we're at it, why don't we take 70% of that space and build our own gym, because we both wanted to start a health and wellness company. It's something we've talked about for a long time, and we thought, if we have to shoot all this content for it, then we might as well just build our own gym in our office space, because then we have potentially one of the only studio gyms in the region, if not even further than that. Also, our employees are able to also utilize so that they can stay healthy and take breaks from work and have just a better environment.
Yeah.